Hi folks, Joblock Comics here, having a look back at a classic old issue of Detective Comics. This is number 438 from 1973, 1974, around about that time. And the good news is this is a 100-page special. There we go. It's got a really creepy monster cover, a monster walks in manner, and then a list of the stories that are also included in this issue. So if you were like me at a certain time, these 100-page spectaculars were just the best thing that you could ever get. They were just so full of stories, and they would reprint some Silver and Golden Age stuff in it, but then they would also give you a new story at the top of the book. Yeah, this one here is Archie Goodwin, who's in the writing duties, and Jim O'Parro doing his best Neil Adams. And so you get a new story, which I'll flick through just now for you so you can have a look at how glorious this is, yeah. This copy's really beat up. They're quite expensive if you get them, you know, in really clean condition. And back in the day, these books would just be read and read and read and read, and that's why you often find copies like this, where they're all just coming apart. Good Lord. So you would get that news story, and then what would happen is they would reprint some Silver Age stuff. So here's an Atom. Atom never really gripped me as a character. I'm not sure what his legacy is for DC Comics. Zatanna, hello. But I'm sure he has his fans. And then we've got a Hawkman reprint here. Gardner Fox and of course Joe Kubert. So you can see how exciting it must have been picking these up. Yeah, I remember getting them in my local newsagents and just sitting down and getting a snack and usually shutting myself off to the rest of the world and just reading these books to death. Here's a really old Batman Bill Finger story with Bob Kane doing the art, allegedly doing the art, and it's Gotham Gang lineup. Double dose of Batman in this one. I'm pretty sure this is the issue where, yeah, there we go. Alfred pushes the dynamic duo out of the way and then gets crushed by a big boulder. Who said it didn't? Batman didn't get dark and gritty until Frank Miller. This resulted in the death of Alfred. Yeah. He does come back, spoilers. And Harriet moves in. Crikey. And then we have a Green Lantern story. Gil Kane doing the art. This Silver Age madness, wasn't it? Because they were working against a code though. And then here in the back pages, we've got another Archie Goodwin offering, and this is art by Walt Simonson. And this is another news story, so this is Manhunter, and this appeared in the back pages of Detective, and then eventually when it got to the end of the story, there was a team up between Manhunter and Batman that finished the story. It was really, really brilliant because it was so self-contained. It was like a mini-series within these 100-page specials. Great Simonson art. And again, a really, really, really sort of Neil Adams-esque type look to his work here. This series was quite groundbreaking. It was reprinted all together in one sort of trade eventually. And still holds many, many good memories. There's the tape in the back, good lord. So there you have it, gang. That's Detective Comics number 438, 100-page spectacular. I hope you enjoyed looking at that. If you can get these in low grade, they can be quite cheap and they're always worth a look. You'll pay a wee bit more for them in high grade, but always worth picking up if you see them. So I hope you enjoyed that. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, and I'll see you all on the next one.